Hiya. That is me thinking of the usual. Hello, boys and girls. This is Elmo, and well, cooking something in the kitchen. And before sleeping, again, wanting to share something with you. It's not a typical food topic, by the way, but I will call you the flavor of life. And I'm not sure it's so popular what I'm going to say, but here it is. In general, it is short and really easy. We are not going to the healthy and unhealthy topic today, boys and girls. What Elmo wants to say is lift your head up. You check out my. Do you see that? It's the moonstone. Anyway, you today repeat after me. Today I'm making my personal eternal vow. Whatever happens, whatever life may bring to me, I promise I devote myself to eat tasty, richness and poorness, or whatever you say that, both with the groom or just me. I promise to eat tasty. Now, I will try to make that fast. First of all, today I want to encourage you all to eat. And I know that sounds stupid, but it's amazing the number of people that I meet every day, and only by looking at their faces in 1 second, I may make a conclusion. This girl is hungry as hell. She's starving and irritated. And I know that when we talk about low blood sugar, low sugar blood levels, we usually tend to think of women, but I believe that also counts for men. You know, if you remember this from Elmo, if nothing else, if you don't eat, you have low uh, blood sugar levels. So that means that the effects of this may be that you're irritable, you're not functioning well. By the way, your brain is missing fructoses, and I don't know about your blood pressure and all that, but in general, you are not functioning properly. And I know it really sounds stupid, and you will never actually make a boy or a girl go to school without a breakfast, but this is what we do to us. And here is here are two fresh uh, examples from today. There was this girl. She is a waitress with me, and she's usually fresh and smiled, but today she was like me all the time, working, running. I don't know all the reasons, but we had a piece of cake over there left for us from a football team, and I made a picture, by the way, and it was for me, so I started eating it. Then she saw it. She was like, "Wow, what's that cake? I want some." So I left the half of it to her, and she had it, and it took her 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 minutes to see her dimples showing because she started smiling. And what I want to say is that this is one of the example. The second is a woman. We have this lunch menu we cook every day. I'm in the kitchen, I don't cook, but I work for 2 hours at lunch. Oh, my legs will start shaking now. And I go home, then I go back for dinner. But we have a special menu every day, freshly cooked for the lunch. And there was this client, she was going home, and she came to the bar, rubbing her tummy, smiling ear to ear, and she was like, "Oh my God, I had such a good lunch. I'm going to work now." And she was literally happy, glowing now. And then The last one is my boss who um opened the bag somewhere in the fridge, and there were these two plates covered with foil, and there were two meals from yesterday. He was like, well, if you don't eat your food from yesterday, you eat it the next day. And I was like, yeah, that's actually not so bad. It's a myth that you need to eat freshly cooked meals because the flavors and the molecules of the ingredients, they all mix together, and that's what makes a meal. If you don't have your spices and your flavors mixed, then you have not cooked. Surprise, surprise. And now, uh, oh, okay, I don't want to shake. Papa. Okay, well, okay. And now, what else? Well, what else? Yeah, I will go to these two Bulgarian sayings. One of them is going with the first idea of that you need to talk, and it goes like a hungry bear doesn't perform. That refers to the bears that they make tricks and shows on the street, and you feed them all the time, and if you don't, she will probably ignore you. She will not reward you what you want from her. So that's the first one. You cannot go to work uh, to torment people just because you didn't have, you know, 2 or 3 bites in the morning. No one is obligated, by the way. Actually, you are owning this, the society. You need to eat. Okay, so because you are not gonna perform, you will not do a thing. You will be lazy, in a very bad mood, and someone will have to deal with you. And I know that by personal experience. I I even tried the big burger in the morning, and I was commenting that with my colleague today. I would have a huge, fresh, rich in all kinds of salads and ingredients, beautiful, healthy products, and I would just eat that in the morning, like 800 calories in the morning, and I would feel great. I would feel that I have my fuel. I would not uh, go in waves in the mood, and I would feel happy and smiled, and I would not snack. Oh, you know that. You all know that. If you don't eat a snack, and the snacks are making you even fat, and you think of food all the time, but not if you have a beautiful burger or toaster, I don't know how you call that, with an egg, with some beans, with some greens, with some uh, tomatoes, potatoes, all that sauces, rice, peas, and everything in it, carrots. We have these very, very good ones. Anyway, uh, so you might start thinking of food almost at 6 in the evening. So you may have a salad or a soup, something lighter for dinner. But if you take all of your calories in the morning, you can try that. If if that's a balanced meal, you feel very good. And what else? What else? Yeah. So there's something else in Bulgarian culture. And there's this fairy tale telling about a king who had to, I don't know, he had to choose between salt and his daughter in a way. And he lost his daughter, and when she came back, he taught her something like, I love you as much as I love salt. I don't know, have you heard of that in a way? But the idea of that is that he couldn't eat without salt. It was so important for him. And that was something that I talked about with my colleague and my boss today, that 50% of your happiness is food. So you have to choose it. I know wisely is good, but tasty is even better. Do you know why? Because uh, your tongue doesn't taste flavors. Actually, your nose is smelling everything that comes through your mouth. And I know you have all heard of that aromatherapist, about these drops in water, about these candles, perfumes. You know how our aromas are affecting us. And when I say us, I mean our brain and the chemistry in it. So, boys and girls, if you want good life, you need good brain chemistry. And that also applies to sleep. I remember once I said something interesting, and I still repeat it at times. It was, happiness is a pillow away. You know, you need to sleep. This is what I'm gonna do now, but that's not so important. Oh, I'm so serious, like someone before lunch. Anyway, so I'm sitting in a weird position, probably. That's why. Well, this man, he loved his daughter as much as he loved salt. And I'm like that. I can tell when something is not salty, and I don't like it, even in that place where I work right now. It may be my favorite food, and if I don't feel the salt inside the product, you may forget it. I put soy sauce, I put mustard, salt, black pepper on top to get some flavor, and I still feel like mm, that's all on top. It's not in the ingredient. And that's why, boys and girls, I am not so brave in the kitchen. I can't say yes, I cook. No, I don't. But I'm very good at choosing professionally made meals. We have these all around. They cook for us in very good prices almost everywhere in my city. And if I want to eat something, I love soups, but yes, I can make some at home. But I prefer trying different soups from different places from time to time from different cooks. And uh, what I want to say is that I love salads as well. But basically, I hope I don't lose my idea over here. Yeah, if you want to have a good life, you need to eat tasty. And I want to go to that a little more deeper. I mean, when I say you eat tasty, I'm gonna tell you what that is. It tastes like me and red paprika. I might kill someone when I smell red paprika. I just love it in combinations with white cheese, with onions, baked. I don't know how to explain that. Raw. I don't like it raw so much, but peeled, not peeled, all that. I love it, and I ordered a salad for me. It's called the village salad in our restaurant last week, and in the menu it said that it has two types of red paprika, and I only had a small bunch of it, and I was like, that's not my salad. And then I saw another one. It's just red paprika cooked and flavored with something that they call katuk. It's a mixture between cheese and yogurt, and sometimes garlic is very yummy. And right now is that moment when everyone is preparing this red paprika. They bake them or barbecue them, and in the restaurant, at home, the neighbors, everything smells like that. And I get that feeling of, I do very often with the vegetables. I'm that type of that finds vegetables much more yummy than chicken or meats. I like cheese and yeah, the dairy, but vegetables are the thing that I found has natural flavors. And at times when I check on vegetables who are uh, fried or steeped, I don't know how to say that. They're so yummy to me. I go, "Ugh." Like 2 days ago, my mommy had prepared this huge beans, like kidneys, with carrots, with red paprika, and that sauce over there, and etc. And I went there, took a spoon just to try it, and I felt that something in between your throat and your nose, somewhere in there. You go, oh. Just when something goes feels tasty, you go greedy, and that's how I check if something is really, really yummy. And at times I add flavors to some stuff that are not Lulu, that are not so yummy. Lulu, stop that. And okay. Well, my idea of that is if that's not too yummy, just don't eat it. It's like eating a cake that you don't really like. It's like taking empty calories in vain. You need to compromise only if something is really good. I like some creams. Anyway, puddings, etc. Uh, and I probably will not go with the waffles because who cares? I don't love. At times I skip lots of candy and chocolates when someone is giving them. I take them out of politeness, but I don't eat them because for me that's something I don't need, I don't like, and I don't want to pay the price for. That's why I'm picky because I don't want to burn my calories and sweat on something that's not a killer. And I love to try stuff. We have this Russian store very near us, and I like some of the ideas in there, so I go try them. But like this jelly candy covered with chocolate with different fruit flavors. Anyway, what I mean is that yes, it's good to go and try some new stuff, but you need to know yourself to get to understand and ask yourself every time you eat, is that what I really deserve? Is that what I really want to pay for? Because I may tell you, if you don't eat tasty, you eat more and you eat more often because your mind is busy with the topic of food, which is good to be escaped because it's a bit shallow. Yet, as I said, 50% of that, for me, that's how I see it. At least 50% of everything is your food. And I know if we're spiritual, etc., it's good to understand that God have told us uh, that life is more than bread. That's how it is for sure, with the spiritual practices, etc. But if you have to live your normal life, try to plan in a way that will help you eat tasty. And what I mean is having good flavors. Okay, that's all for today. Uh, um, wanted to say something else, but I'm not sure. Yeah, okay, I'm going to have lunch now. I flavored it quite well. Goodbye, boys and girls, and remember, there was this cook in the Muppet Show who was funny with a mustache, and if I find him, I will probably purchase him. I think I even have seen him somewhere, but if I have too much of this, I'm not going of these puppets. I'm not sure I'm going to have a lot of flavored meals. Okay, well, goodbye and have a nice day. And remember, oh yeah, I said that you have to remember that, yeah, you can beat up people on the head with your cook spoons. Yeah, that's an amazing idea. Okay, bye bye.